college soccer guy, what do you think about the Boys and Girls Elite Academy League? And we're also going to put in here the Northeast Academy League. Is this a good level? Is this a bad level? Can I play college soccer, etc.? So this is a very good level, first of all. There are certainly players at this level who are going to play Division I college soccer. So that's what you need to know. Now, traditionally speaking, it's probably in the Division III level more than it is otherwise. And remember, still most people in that league will not play college soccer. But it's a very competitive level. They're starting to have more showcases. They have playoffs where college coaches are definitely attending. Does it override an MLS Next Group or an ECNL? No, but it's still very good. So we had a student recently, for example, and this student is playing at a Boys Elite Academy level, plays for Santa Monica Surf, and their club is very good. It's a great soccer team. They run a very good organization. And so this is another reason why this student, say, shouldn't leave to an MLS Next team or an ECNL team, because their team is not only arguably better than some of those teams, which they have evidence of that having played against them, but also they have a coach that's really good. This player plays a lot of minutes, and he has been proactive through the recruiting process, so he's getting interest from the schools he likes. So now he shouldn't leave. You shouldn't always leave just because it's a higher level. There's a lot more factors than that. Now, this particular student, as a junior, starting in June, so going into his senior year, but June is when he got a verbal offer from Tufts as a junior. Now, Tufts is probably the top 5 Division III program in the country. This player is very capable. They are a very good soccer player. What we did, though, was we made sure Tufts could see him. So he went to showcases, emailed Tufts beforehand, sent video beforehand, went to other ID camps. It wasn't like Tufts said, you're the best player in the Boys Elite Academy. By far, we pick you. That's not usually how the recruiting process works because there's too many kids that are all very, very good. So in this student's case, the message I really want to get across is June is when he got this offer from a top Division III school in his junior year, okay? And that school is going to demand an answer within the next 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm recording this in July 3rd of 2023. So that's, that's a big deal that this student already got an offer June of their junior year going into their senior year. That's how it works with the top level academic Division 3s and same with the Division 1s. Now, it's not to say they're not still looking for players all throughout the summer and even into the fall. They are. But at that point, either you're not a top recruit, so you'll get less scholarship money. There's less scholarship money to be had. Obviously, Division 3 schools, different scenario. But there's also less academic money. The Division 3 schools have their own tools to get you money in other ways, scholarships, etc. And, the later you start, the less likely you'll have a chance of getting those things. So for Boys Elite Academy or Girls Elite Academy, it's a really good opportunity to still play college soccer. On the girls' side, Girls Elite Academy has a lot of potential. The one thing that you need to know is on the boys' side, Boys Elite Academy might be 3rd tier. On the girls' side, it's like 2nd tier. So this is Division I college soccer for sure. If you're playing on a top 100 Girls Elite Academy team, there is a lot of potential for you. This does not mean you don't need to continue to be proactive through the process. And when I say proactive, I'm talking about every touch videos, full game videos. Those are the types of things you guys have heard me talk about now a dozen times over. Your disadvantage is the fact that you're still not going to quite as many events as some as the other ECNL and MLS Next Level teams. So to combat that, I want you to get what are called genuine invitations to ID camp. So you're going to email schools basically saying, are you looking for my position for the class of so-and-so? And if so, you'd like to attend their camp. And if they respond in any way, that means it's genuine. If they respond genuinely. So even if they say, yes, we're looking for that position. If they respond to it all, they get hundreds of emails. They would not respond unless they had some level of interest in you. You may want more interest. You may say, well, did you look at my video? And you'll email them and you'll never hear back from them after that. At this point, they're saying, look, we responded, which says a lot because we get a lot of emails. No matter what you say next, you need to come to our ID camp. Let's say I watch your video, I still need you to come to our ID camp. Let's say I think you're the best player ever, you still have to come to the ID camp. So college coaches, for reasons of time, well, maybe you're not the top of their list. That's true. They would have said to you, we love your video, we really want to see you, please come. Or, we want to make you an offer. If we see you in campus, that's the next stage for us. They usually don't get that aggressive. But sure, okay, so you're not at the top of their list. That is true. But wouldn't you rather know that you're at least being considered and then go to their ID camp? And that's what we're trying to do. perfect world scenario, they look at your video and they go, we love you, we basically want to sign you, why don't you come to an ID camp and then we'll sign you then. But that's not going to happen. So since that's not going to happen, you're going to get the best genuine invite you can, which is any type of genuine response that's not from a robot, and then you're going to line up all those genuine invites you received, and then you're going to pick your ID camps by those, and then of course they'll ask you how your showcase schedule is, and you'll follow up with your showcase schedule, etc. Even playing Boys Elite Academy or Girls Elite Academy. So this is still a very good place to be. When I work with students, I do have to consider, look, what level of students do I work with, because I want to make sure that they're successful. And I work with E64, I work with NPL Pro, I work with MLS Next, I work with ECNL. I do work with all of them, but the goals of each of those students do vary. So for example, with NPL and E64, I'm very clear with them, especially if I've watched their video, which I will have done so if we schedule a call, and I'll say, you are a Division III level soccer player in my opinion. We will not be approaching any other schools higher than that. That's where we're going to focus our attention. If you do not want to work with me because that's how I see you, then don't work with me. And some people will be like, well, my student or my son or daughter's Division I, screw you. And I go, look, you're welcome to that opinion, and we're not the right fit. Others will go, you know what, that's really helpful. I'm looking forward to that strategy. Let's move forward, in which case I work with those students. MLS Next, same thing. I will tell MLS Next students, you are a Division III level player. However, given your exposure rate, we may be able to get Division I. The goal is Division I. Here's the strategy we're going to take up given your situation, and we move forward in that direction. So just your club level isn't the dictator, but it does dictate how we're going to start the process. The goal for all my students is to play at the highest level they can and find the right coach that they can. Sometimes that means higher level Division I. Sometimes it doesn't. We had a transfer student recently, Division I level soccer player, currently playing Division I, played 18 out of 18 games as a freshman at the Division I level, which would clearly tell you that's a very good soccer player. He really wanted to play Division I college soccer. I said to him, look, you can go transfer to another Division I school where you already had a miserable experience, or we could look at a couple other really top-level academic Division IIIs, which you've told me are important, and I agree they are important. Why don't we just entertain them? He went on an official visit with one of the Division III schools, and he fell in love despite getting multiple offers from other Division I schools, and he picked that school because he really thought he would enjoy the coach, and so far he has done. And he's very happy because of that, and we got him that deal within a month because of how aggressive we worked with him. If you would like more help in this college soccer recruiting process, links in the bio, schedule a call, and I'll talk to you soon.